Howdy.
Hello there.
I was waiting for a reply. How you doing? Good? Well, I'm here to ruin your day because I found something on TikTok that made my blood boil. There's a girl who's a e-girl, I think she's an e-gamer, that left a 1-star review on a hair salon in LA and then cried because she was late. Not the salon. The salon wasn't late getting there. She was late getting there. And then proceeded to cry on TikTok, which is the cesspool of people who have something to complain about and need you to know about it. And then she left a 1-star review and then also posted a picture of her own face crying. Now, I don't normally look at these videos because it just makes me realize why I don't go on the internet. But I took a look at it. It's pretty bad. I guess today I'm gonna break down this girl and her response. I don't know what her name is. She calls herself Crying Girl, which is even so funny that everyone on TikTok is just like, a farting man here. The reason why I did that is there was just propane in the area and I wanted to create an explosion. Like, people just know what their meme status is on TikTok at this point. Nobody even has a name. It's just this kind of person. And as soon as you see her, you're like, ah, yes, Crying Girl. So I wanted to take a look at her case today, and I actually have a little excuses chart here because I myself am a constantly late person. I'm not even gonna act like I'm not late to things. I know my cousins always are like, if you say you show up at 10, he's gonna show up at 10:30. I understand. But when I actually need to be somewhere, like a flight, whatever else, then I'm there. It is kind of disrespectful wasting people's time. I try not to. It's just that I normally have stuff going on. But look, if I miss an appointment, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to leave a 1-star review. In fact, on my second channel, I normally review 1-star things in hopes that I can actually give them a higher rating. I do everything not to ruin someone's business. But it seems like people have come to the rescue of the salon because nobody else seems to be leaving a bad review. Let me show you what she said on TikTok, then let me read you the review, and then let's talk about the response. One from the own Crying Girl herself. She felt the need to elaborate on why she cried. And the second response is actually from the salon owner, which I have not seen. So let's take a look at a TikTok case. All right, video 1. Imagine just going on TikTok. You're like trying to find the newest cabbage scooper and you find this pooper head here.
Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut.
Wow, how is she so funny within 5 seconds? Jim Carrey over here is so... Just went to go get my hair cut, and then like a dramatic pause, my hair is not cut. The fact that I couldn't have told either way. If she said her hair was cut, I'd be like, wow. If she said it wasn't, wow. I don't know what she's going for. I don't know why she's crying. But damn if that is not a 5-second hook. These 1-star reviewers know how to leave a 1-star review, I'll tell you that much.
And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
So, as you can gather from that insanely fat TikTok right there, she went to get her hair cut, didn't, now she's gonna leave a 1-star review, and she sounded like Kermit the Frog getting by some of the other Muppets. She also left up, it looks like a Instagram or a Facebook post, and then she has a picture of herself crying. She literally, she did the most. I can't even, how do you do this much over a 1-star review? She left the review, she left a picture of her uncut hair because she didn't go there. That's like me going to a restaurant and then leaving a picture of me at home with a plate just sitting there because I didn't get into the restaurant. It's like, the level of petty is almost ridiculous. If she was funny, this would be hilarious. This is just Karen-esque. All right, let me read you the review. I had been really looking forward to my appointment with Madeline. I was coming from Van Nuys, and unfortunately, the universe threw every delay in my way. That's a very good way to start with the excuse, stop blaming the universe. Okay. Universe got in way. I wonder if that shit works for anything. I turn up late to my wedding. I'm like, sorry, honey. Universe got in my way. It's so fat and round, just like your mother. Sorry. And then we speed run the divorce. Wow. That's like using the universe as your like first excuse. I see where you're going. And I'm not usually late, which is something everyone who's late says. I know this. I was on time, bro. I left 15 minutes early. Nope, you were sleeping. I know. And I was already anxious. Why is she anxious? Edward Scissorhands gonna slice her up. So I called ahead of time and let her know I'd be 10 minutes late, but that my ETA was potentially going up. I communicated clearly and got there as fast as I possibly could. I was informed of the 15-minute grace period and was told she had another client at 12:30. My appointment was at 11. The elevator for the parking garage didn't work. Elevator's fault. Elevator didn't go up. This is all for a hair appointment, guy. You would think it's for like some, like, you know what I mean? Like she lost, I don't know, the biggest thing in her life or is to get a hair appointment. I just want to tell you before any of this, the people at their hair appointment said we can do it tomorrow. It's not like you can't do it forever. You can never get your hair cut. They literally said, you want to do it tomorrow? And she was like, no. She couldn't do it. And so I ran through the mall out of breath and showed up to her chair a minute or two after the grace period had ended. Well, you know what I mean? It's a grace period. It's not the normal time, so this is after the late time. You're already pushing your luck. She sat me down in her chair and told me she didn't think an hour and 15 was enough time to give me a haircut. My hair is shoulder length. Okay. Today was my only day off, and I told her I couldn't reschedule. Reschedule. Oftentimes, I've had to wait for other clients' hair to finish up, and I was taken aback that she was turning me away after all I did to arrive there on time, which she didn't, because she arrived at least 17 minutes late. Imagine saying after all I did to like a hair appointment. That's a crazy way to start a sentence. Her lack of empathy and humanity shocked me, and I left there sobbing. After planning my whole day around this haircut I was so excited for, I will not be returning. This bitch didn't have anything else to do ever that day, and she was still fucking late? Bro, she's done for. That's crazy. My excuse is I got like 20 things to do at any given day. That's crazy. Oh, it screams entitlement. Let's now look at what the actual crying girl has to say, because I think her words on paper don't cut it as hard as who she is. As soon as you really see who she is, it's just beautiful.
Hey, girl that was crying is back to give you a real explanation this time. The reason I haven't yet is I just wasn't sure if that was something that was worth it for me, especially now that I know people have seen me crying.
It'd be hard not to, since you fucking put it as a picture on your thing, you know? It's not like the FBI discovered that. You made it pretty public, jackass. Sorry, I'm just saying. People act like, now that everybody found out. Come on. We gotta do this. Is this TikTok at this point?
And also, it's not a quick explanation, and most of you are gonna hear the first part and be like, you're
the problem.
The problem.
Yep.
Essentially, I had this appointment booked about like a month in advance. If you live in LA, I'm sure you know it's not easy to find a hairdresser.
Whew, all right. So, I don't know what she does for work. I don't care. I actually did have the pleasure of living in LA. It's a feast of famine city. People either love it or hate it. I was broke as fudge cakes, so I didn't have a problem with haircuts. I got it done at wherever anyone had a scissors. So I don't know, but like I'm a guy, it must be different, I'm sure. But a month in advance, man, you gotta move to a different place that can cut your hair. Or, alternatively, don't. I'm just saying, if haircutting is the worst thing in your life and you live in LA, doing pretty good.
And it's not necessarily something that you can just book day of. And, you know, I thought I did my research. I thought I found a place that I was, you know, and I get in my car, I put in the place, and it says 11:04 is my ETA. My appointment was at 11.
So her ETA was after she was supposed to show up anyway. You sound like me, dude. If I say I'll be there at 11, people are like, all right, 12. Brother, don't be like me. Be like you. 11:04. All right, so she's going to be 5 minutes late. 15-minute grace period, she's eating up into that as well. But then I'm sure she's going to complain about the LA traffic, which is notorious, by the way. Imagine starting the day off being late, and that's the only thing that you had to do. And you booked it a month in advance. Why? What is happening if you'd have nothing to do and you still couldn't get there on time? You just doom scrolling.
But I know that it's rude to be late, even if it's like just a little bit. And I am really good about not being late, and it makes me really anxious because I had a mom growing up who was late to everything. You know how it is.
Yeah. Duh. I'm with you, sister. My mom was late to my own birth. I don't know. I was born. I was like, hello. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is that like a genetic thing? She's like, my mom was always late. I'm always late.
And so I call, and she doesn't answer, and she calls me back once I'm on the highway. But before I get on the highway, if you live in LA, you know, there's this stupid fucking series of lights to get on the highway.
Yep, I know. I don't even need to live in LA. I actually live in another country, but they, weirdly enough, have the same thing. Traffic lights, right? So there's some lights before you get into the highway that turn red and green. Right. Let me write down that traffic lights stopped her from getting to where she needed to go.
Essentially, I was stuck at the light for 5 light cycles. I'm not even kidding. And I did not move maybe a car's length. And my ETA went up to 11:10. And like, what the fuck am I gonna do in that situation?
Get out the car, start running. Or you could leave earlier.
Be an asshole and cut in front of everyone else like everyone else is doing and then sit in the intersection and get honked at? No. The only option was just to sit there, really. Like, how else am I gonna get there? I have to go on the highway. And of course, there's also highway closures. And so she calls me back. My ETA still says 11:10.
So she's now at 11:10. There's 5 minutes left of the grace period, then grace is over. She f***ed off, and then it's just crying girl.
You know, I tell her I'm doing my best to get there on time and that, you know, I'm afraid that the ETA might go up a little bit more because the traffic was like really bad. You know, when you're on maps and it says like, police reported ahead, are they still there? That happened 4 times too.
Okay, so 4 people got murdered on the way. This must be crazy. You know what she said from Van Nuys? If anybody knows where that's a pretty bad area. I don't know what she was doing in Van Nuys.
Everything that could have happened to stop me from getting there on time did happen.
Everything didn't happen. It's like the universe got in your way. Elevator didn't go up. That sucks. Traffic lights happened. I didn't think those were gonna happen. And then 4 people got murdered. But not everything happened.
I wish I had gotten in my car a few minutes earlier if I knew that was gonna be the case. I thought I had enough time. Anyways, she's like, well, we have the 15-minute grace period and I have another client at 12:30, and she's just like explaining it to me, and then she says that they're in a mall. And I didn't know they were in a mall.
But you booked a month early. How you didn't do your research? I thought she said, Mona?
No, there's people.
Can someone tell me, did she not do her research? How you not do your research and know it's in a mall? Where did you think it was, Chief?
And so, of course, now that means I have to park my car in a parking garage and like haul ass across the mall.
So what research did she do is my next question, because she didn't know it was in a mall. So now she's like, I have to park my car. What was the original plan? I'm going to roll out of the car like I'm in GTA and it's going to stop when it hits the nearest tree, pedestrian or other. Hey, man, what is this plan that you had? You planned nothing else for the day. The haircut was only going to take 1.5 hours. Were you just going to sit in your car and admire yourself for the rest of the day? Or what is this girl?
I'm nervous, but we hang up the call and she's like, you know, just make it here within the 15-minute grace period. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do that, right? And so I get there, I park my car at 11:12 in the parking garage, because also Amtrak, like there was literally a fucking train that came by as well. Like, I'm not making this up.
In the mall? Y'all got some crazy mall. Train happened. I think she's saying that like a train stopped her from getting to her destination. That's a lot of things to happen. I'm sorry. I mean, like, maybe God didn't want you to get your haircut. Maybe he was like, reveal those bangs. Or you just didn't go early enough. But either way, that's a terrible tragedy.
And I park my car in the parking garage. I run in heels.
Okay.
All right. So for a haircut, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this a thing that like girls does everyone like you gotta look like snazzy as hell when you? I get it. You gotta feel good. Sometimes when I get my haircut, I'll wear a t-shirt, feel good. She knew she was gonna be late and put on the heels and not the sneakers. Feels like self-inflicting damage at this point.
And I'm sick, okay?
I'm just gonna write Ebola. I don't know if that's what the sickness is, but she didn't say. So I'm just gonna write that down.
And I call her again when I get out into the mall. It's a stupid outdoor mall with businesses all over the place, ups and downs, turns and everything.
Yes, it's an outdoor mall as opposed to those indoor malls. It's a stupid outdoor mall. I'm gonna write outdoors. Maybe I'll just write oxygen. Maybe oxygen. The resistance in the air is stopping her from getting to the place that she needs to get to by 0.01 second each time. So Did she seriously say the oxygen? I'm sorry. Did she say that because it was an outdoor mall, everything else was stupid? They had all these shops around. This is like some next level entitlement, isn't it? Like you want the shops around you to close so you can get your hair cut. Okay, Madonna.
And I'm on the phone with her, like trying to figure out where she is.
You don't know where she is? Are you sure you researched what place you wanted to go and not what a haircut is, like in general? I feel like there is a problem here. There's some disconnect where I'm not understanding doing 1 month of research and booking in advance, not knowing the place, not knowing it's outdoors, not knowing it's in a mall, not even knowing where the hell it's located. I am sorry, but that seems like a load of bullshit.
And I end up running into there right at 11:15, and she pokes her head out and like says like, Lisa, and I'm like, yeah. And so I swear to God, at the latest, it was 11:16 that I was in her chair, at the very latest, okay? Not that that matters, you would think, but it does.
11:16, 1 minute over the grace period, things are not looking good. But it's only 1 minute over the period that they allow you to be late for. So surely this isn't a problem. Lisa, who has literally withstood air, universe, train, Ebola, and other things, has still got there to get her hair cut. You'd think that someone could shear her hair now.
And so she sits me down in her chair, offers me water, brushes my hair, asks me what I want. I show her the inspo picture. The vibes are like...
Vibes. Ooh. She probably showed her a picture of a girl with hair and she's like, I can't do that, girl. What are you doing? Damn, okay, sure. Whatever the inspo pic is must have been a good one. The fact that she booked the haircut and they don't know what the haircut is as well, means that this poor hairdresser doesn't know what kind of haircut she wants or how long it's going to take. It's not like she can assume that without knowing. This is probably something that should have came up before, right? I'm not an expert here. I'm just saying, in terms of communication, it seems like another failure in the system.
And then she's like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I can cut your hair in an hour 15. And then she says that like she doesn't want to rush it and like do a bad job, which is fair. And then she's like, and that's not fair to my other client at 12:30.
Yeah, so she's actually saying that she doesn't want to give you a shitty haircut, which I am assuming you think is a problem. So I'm going to write that down because apparently her taking her time is an issue. Time in general. So just the concept of time got in your way.
I don't know what to say to that. Like,
I always find that if you don't know what to say, just make a funny face and a funny sound and then things reset. So if maybe if you're in the chair and you're like, then someone will be like, okay, I'll cut your hair. Jesus.
I'm from Wisconsin. Maybe things are just different here in California, which is why I said I love LA, because this would only happen in a city like LA. In Wisconsin, like I said, my mom is late to everything. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's like it should be this way, but I swear to God, people are late for hair appointments all the time.
Well, time is money in LA because it's a place with more people than Wisconsin. It's the same thing in New York or any other big city. I'm sure that people have thriving businesses and they need their clients and they actually predicate themselves on good customer service. So if you're late, they're not going to make room for you. It seems like it's just a product of business and people in small industries might not know that. I know from firsthand experience because I lived in a country where people don't care about time and I do. It sucks. It's the opposite way around.
Or even if they're on time, sometimes it goes over and the next person just sits there and waits for a few minutes. And it's like not a fucking big deal, right? And so she says, I'm going to have you come back tomorrow. And my head's down at this point because I know that she's not going to do my hair.
Oh, so she put her head down and she's like, if you're not going to do my hair, you might as well cut my head off in a guillotine. Do it.
I'm getting upset. And so I'm just looking down at my lap like this because I don't want her to see me getting upset.
Like a toddler, like an actual toddler, right? I'd be mad if she starts like stomping her way out like... Man, there's nothing more embarrassing when you're an adult and you act like a kid. That you gotta leave that behind as a kid, right? Life's not always gonna go your way. You can be sad, but man, this was your fault. This was self-inflicted.
And then she asks like, oh, are you free tomorrow? And I say no. And then she asks like, what about any other day this week? Like weekend, because it was Wednesday. And I said to her, today is my only day off, because it was my only day off.
Okay, so she never gets other days off. Whatever work she's in, she only gets 1 day a year off. She's a minor, not like a little person. I mean like a mineral person.
And I was gonna make a whole day out of it. Like, if you're a girl, you understand. I was gonna go get my hair cut. It was early in the day, and then I was gonna walk around Pasadena, go get coffee, go shopping. Like,
she's so right. I don't understand that. For me, if I get a haircut and someone takes an hour, I'm like, what the is wrong with you? I told you to shave the shit. I need to do things now. I'm not gonna start shopping because my hair is a little shorter. Sorry. Stop trying to shop with me, barber man. Man, look, if you feel good, you feel good. Cool. She's on her day off. She might as well do shopping. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, damn, you had nothing else. You went and talk to a friend or something? Just shop and cut your hair. Okay.
it was gonna be a good day.
It still can, though. You can do the rest of those things. Wear a beanie. She acts like the shopping mall closed because she couldn't get a haircut.
I don't remember what happened, if there was something else that was exchanged. Like, I'm emotional, you know? And so in my memory, she just says, okay.
Clearly something happened in that time that she doesn't want to disclose. I'd be very, very curious to see what the other party has to say during that period, because it seems like she's intentionally not saying what happened during that time. I would love to hear what's going to be said. Okay.
She doesn't. And so I say, okay, thank you. And I get up and leave, and she doesn't say anything else. And I just immediately start crying because I haven't gotten a haircut, a professional haircut, in over a year, and I just really needed this haircut. Like, my hair isn't bad. Thank you to everyone who was like, oh, you still look cute. It's so bottom heavy. I don't have any layers. Like, this is just my hair if I came out of the womb and like grew it.
There is so much that guys don't know. I was looking at her hair. I'm like, oh, okay, you look like Chewbacca. That's fine. Sure. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't bother me. You look like John Lennon or George Harrison. That's cool. If you haven't had a haircut in a year, it seems like you've been late a lot of times, because that's 12 months and surely you have a day off during those times. If it only takes 1 month to book a thing in LA, you have 12 opportunities. You couldn't have squandered all of them. Come on.
And then I left a review, and they responded and then deleted it. And they said that I showed up at 11:20, which is not true, because I texted my friend at 11:20 after I had been essentially kicked out and said, I'm not getting my hair cut, I'm crying. Like, I texted them at 11:20 and said, like, I'm not getting my hair cut. So that's the story. And that hair salon.
Oh, damn. That hair salon. You hair salon. You didn't cut my hair. I cut my own hair. I cut the checks. I'm messaging all my friends to tell them I'm crying right now. All of them are calling me bitch ass. It is not good. My friends are not very supportive.
I think that lady needs to work on her customer service. And also, like, I would have tipped her amazingly.
You would have gave her the tip, you know what I mean? She would have got something.
I understand that I should have been better about my time management, and I could have been there earlier. And you know what? That would have reflected in my tip. And so she didn't get my money, and I'm glad at the end of the day that I didn't get my hair cut by her. But yeah, you ruined my fucking day off, and I wish I didn't let you, but you did. So f you, Strand of Soul in Pasadena.
Well, see, this is the worst part, right? Let's be serious for like 2 seconds here. In any relationship, if someone ever says the words, you did this to me, they're pretty much a red flag as a human being, because everybody should be in control of their own emotions and actions. If someone is mad at you, it is up to you how much you take of that and what you let in. Regulating yourself is important because it means that you'll go further in life. It might not always be the easiest job, but it is the best one. And this woman, who doesn't know the other one, professionally or even as friends, said that that person ruined her day. Somehow. Her own actions led to her having this event, and that person ruined her day by setting boundaries. Crazy way to try and insert yourself into someone's life and think that you actually matter that much. It's a very, very inconvenient way to live life.
Weird as f that you deleted the response to my review too. You're weird.
Weird. So let's look at the response, the rebuttal by the hairdresser. I don't know what she's gonna say. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe she'll say, yes, the universe was bad that day. Who knows? But I gotta say, if anything, like, you know, without knowing what the other side is, ending a story on f you and then calling someone's name out, trying to ruin their business because you were late to a haircut, does not make you look like a good person. I happen to know that this person streams. We did a little research, and she doesn't have many viewers and stuff. And I'm not trying to call you out on that, but like, Maybe work on your own skill set first, or your own communication, or getting your own thing up before trying to bring someone else's business down. We're human beings. We shouldn't be trying to do this to each other. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Hi, I'm Madeline, and I am the hairstylist that this whole drama is about.
It's always nice people, isn't it? I feel like I don't know her, and I'm like, I like her energy. I like the calm demeanor. I already just I'd be like, yes, I can get a coffee with you and just sit.
To give you a little explanation, if you want to go into the full story, you can totally click Lisa's original video, and there's this video and another video where she says fuck my business and fuck me.
Yes, I remember that part. It's quite the funny one.
She was more than 15 minutes late to her appointment. I do give a 15-minute grace period. She wanted a very textured, layered haircut.
Every time I hear the word layer, I think of Shrek. Because remember he did that thing with the donkey? He was like, onions have layers. So when someone's like a layered haircut, I think it's like an onion on their head. I know it's not. I'm just very immature as a human.
Just like her, rushing and being late gives me anxiety. I really hold my clients to come on time, and because of that I hold myself accountable and I am on time.
This poor girl feels the need to explain herself in a business that for thousands of years people have known how time operates and have understood the implications of time and business as customer and person relations. It's not like I go to a store after it's closed and start banging on the doors and be like, I'm open up, I'm only 15 minutes late, what's your grace period? And they're like, sir, this is a grocery store, I can't open for you. Like, obviously, man, just come back when you can.
Doing hair can be hard, and doing that can be hard. If you're a hairstylist, you completely understand that. I'm really not coming on here to bash Lisa.
You might as well, she did it to you. Talk about her temples. I will if you don't. Dude, bro, it looked like a globe. Okay, I'm just saying.
I genuinely feel very bad for her. Anyone that feels comfortable crying on the internet or posting a bad Google review of them crying
needs help. It needs severe help. We're too comfortable on the internet. Remember Mike Tyson said people too comfortable in the internet because people don't punch them in the face? Imagine if you could just reach out through the internet and punch someone. All of us would have black eyes for something we said, right? And I think we deserve it too. I feel uncomfortable judging people. I don't love sitting here thinking I know the full story to anybody's life. And if someone tells me otherwise, I would love to always listen. But at the same time, man, people are just like, ugh, this food doesn't taste as good as I thought it would. 1 star. Ugh, I don't like your face. 1 star. Still, you know what I mean? Damn.
I really feel like there's a deeper issue there beyond a haircut.
Yeah, there's something that's hiding, like the haircut is hiding. It's compensating for something. It's just an exposed brain underneath that.
I just really wanted to make this video to say thank you to all of the people that are sticking up for me and, you know, showing me support. And marketing my business on the internet has been very intimidating for me and has pushed me to really step out of my comfort zone. And although it has done numbers for my business, I am a hairstylist. I work 6 days a week. I only take Mondays off.
Yeah, I don't think any of this is getting through to her. You said the words 6 days a week and work in the same sentence. I don't think that really... She's from Wisconsin. They don't do that there. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like the people of Wisconsin are lovely people. My bad. I think that she's not representative of your state, city, something like that.
I don't schedule lunches. That's why I really value my time and I value your time, because, you know, it can really throw my whole day off, and I believe in giving you quality work. And if I'm thrown off, your haircut is thrown off and my work isn't as good. So I really try to give my clients the best quality as I could possibly get and be transparent.
I wonder, by the way, if Hair Crying Girl got another appointment with other people, because I feel like as soon as everyone sees this, they're like, ooh, don't know if I want to cut your hair, ma'am, in case you give me a 1-star review for existing. We are a mall that's located outside. Are you okay with outside things, or you want me to set up shop inside your house?
Really just wanted to say thank you to anyone that has left a good review on our business account, anyone that has said something nice about me. Thank you so much. I really believe in the power of kindness, like being a kind person.
Yeah, when did people get to this point where it's like, you need to be perfect, but I can be a human being? Because at last I checked, humans make mistakes. And I think the couple of times that someone has been nice to me, I still remember this one girl. One time I moved to a new place and I went to a grocery store and I had my food in a bag and the bag broke and my food was everywhere. And this really nice girl gave me a bag to put all my stuff in and she helped put everything back. I was like, I couldn't believe that existed in life. And I feel like that sucks because it should exist more. Not that like people should do it, but like nowadays we get like, you know what I mean? Like what would happen is if my food spilled over, a security guard would be like, that's littering, and then arrest me. I feel like humanity has lost a step since social media a little bit. I don't know why, because when we first started, it didn't. And there's still so much good that social media can do. Whenever we hear about someone who's in trouble or like someone who has like a medical diagnosis, everyone's like, yes, I'm going to pledge money. It's the most beautiful thing. But at the same time, you get people who are like, yes, the internet, finally, a place where I can make everyone my involuntary therapist. I don't know why there's just so many people like that.
I just wanted to say thank you. And that's it. I love you guys and have a great day.
Well, that was a very different speech. It didn't end with the words "fuck you" and your business, so that was different. I'm not used to hearing that, especially in LA. I mean, apparently everyone sucks in LA, and the people from, smaller cities are the nice ones. So that's cool. But yeah. So that's the video of the crying girl who she cried wolf, and nobody cut her hair, and she was the wolf. Let's go through the excuses one more time. The universe got in her way. The elevator didn't go up. Traffic lights existed when she was born. 4 people murdered on the highway as she was coming in. Train, ? She got Ebola. That sucked. I just put oxygen was a problem that day. And then time in general as a concept has really not helped her. So those are the excuses that stopped her from getting a haircut. Hey, look, all I'm going to say is if you have the courage to blame other people for everything, that's going to be a great life that you live, a constant victimization life. You should get very far and have many friends that love and support you. Let's see where that gets you when you're nice and old. For anybody who's trying to be kind to each other, I think you'll do okay. But there's time for the crying girl to learn. I don't know what age she is. Hopefully this will actually teach her a lesson and maybe she'll be a little more empathetic. We can all learn. We can all stand to be better. I hope that she figures it out and then gets to her next appointment on time. But anytime something on TikTok happens, I'm constantly flabbergasted by how much time those people have. The last time I did a deep dive on the girl who was flying the Danish Deception, I just don't understand how she had so much time to fly to every country in the world. This girl, don't know how much time she had to get her hair cut. Until then, I will see you on the next one. If you see anything else, please let me know or message me on my Instagram. I'd love to take a look at the other 100 things that happen on TikTok when I'm away. Take care of yourselves. Be kind. Okay, bye.